When people think about the organs that rule life, they imagine the heart, pounding endlessly, or the brain, commanding thought, memory, and imagination. But very few pause to think of the kidneys, to fist-sized organs silently working in the shadows, filtering blood, balancing minerals, controlling blood pressure, even influencing bone health and hormone levels. They sit quietly, almost invisible, rarely causing pain or noise until they are weakened, and when weakness comes, it is like a whisper at first, a signal so subtle that most dismiss it. Only later does the whisper become a cry, and by then the damage is done. This is the paradox of kidney weakness, the most vital guardians of health, yet the most overlooked. For centuries, healers, doctors, and scholars from both East and West have spoken about the kidneys as the roots of life. In traditional Chinese medicine, the kidneys are said to hold the essence, the life energy that determines longevity. In modern nephrology, kidneys are biochemical command centers, removing waste, regulating electrolytes, producing erythropoietin for red blood cells, and activating vitamin D whether you approach from mysticism or hard science. One truth stands: when the kidneys grow weak, the entire body trembles. But why is it that in the modern world, more and more people, even the young, are showing signs of weak kidneys? And what does weak kidneys really mean? Let us pull back the curtain, not with dry textbook facts alone, but with the unfolding of a mystery, because the truth about weak kidneys is hidden not in medical jargon, but in the stories written silently within our blood, urine, bones, and skin. The first signs, whispers from the shadows. Imagine you wake up and feel heavier than usual. Your ankles are a little swollen, your face puffy. Perhaps you dismiss it as fatigue or salt from last night's dinner. But the next morning, it happens again. Or maybe you notice you're urinating more at night, or less during the day, or the stream is weaker. A dull ache creeps across your lower back. You feel tired, not the kind of tired from staying up late, but a deep, bone-level fatigue. These are not random annoyances. They are whispers, messages from the kidneys. In the West, doctors describe chronic kidney disease (CKD), a slow, progressive weakening of function. But outside hospital walls, ordinary people speak of kidney weakness as a state where the body no longer feels supported by these hidden organs. Hair thins, memory fades, libido declines, sleep becomes restless. Traditional medicine interprets this as depletion of kidney energy. Modern medicine translates it as hormonal imbalance, toxin buildup, disturbed electrolyte and fluid balance. Different languages, but the same underlying truth. Weak kidneys ripple through every system. The silent saboteurs of modern life. Why do so many people today, in their 30s or 40s, already show signs of kidney weakness that used to appear only in old age? The culprits are everywhere. Silent saboteurs woven into modern routines. Excess salt. Our ancestors consumed perhaps 1 to 2 grams of salt per day. Today, processed foods deliver 8 to 12 grams easily. Salt drives blood pressure higher, and high blood pressure silently scars the delicate filters of the kidney. Sugar and processed carbohydrates. Each sweet drink forces the kidneys to manage glucose surges, increasing the risk of diabetes, the #1 cause of kidney failure worldwide. Overuse of painkillers, nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and NSAIDs, ibuprofen, diclofenac, naproxen are swallowed casually for headaches, backaches, fevers. Few realize they choke blood flow to the kidneys, slowly damaging them. Dehydration, endless cups of coffee and alcohol with little plain water, leave the kidneys struggling in a desert, concentrating urine until stones form, or tissues starve of circulation. Stress and sleeplessness, cortisol, adrenaline, and disrupted circadian rhythms destabilize blood pressure, sugar balance, and inflammation, all of which hammer the kidneys. And perhaps most dangerous of all is ignorance. The kidneys can lose 70% of their function without obvious symptoms. People walk around thinking they are fine until suddenly they are not. A tale from the clinic. I remember a man in his early 40s. He came not because he felt sick, but for a routine check before his company's insurance renewal. His blood tests revealed elevated creatinine, a marker of kidney function. Shock painted his face. But doctor, I feel fine. I exercise. I eat well. How can my kidneys be weak? When I pressed further, his eating well included instant noodles at midnight after long work shifts, daily energy drinks, and painkillers after weekend soccer games. The puzzle solved itself. Years of silent strain had accumulated, and only now did the numbers reveal the truth. This is the story of many. Weak kidneys creep in silently, often unannounced, and the tragedy is that it could be prevented if only people knew the signals and the paths to healing. The path to healing begins with food. If there is one truth across cultures, it is this: food is medicine, and medicine is food. What we place on our plate 3 times a day shapes the destiny of our kidneys. But food can either heal or harm, depending on the choice. The first rule is deceptively simple: reduce the load. Every bite of excess salt, protein, or chemical additive is another burden the kidneys must filter. Every missing nutrient is a missed opportunity for repair. The enemies of kidney health: too much salt. High salt is like a hidden knife. It doesn't just raise blood pressure, it stiffens arteries, encourages protein loss in urine, and accelerates kidney scarring. Processed meats, sausages, bacon, ham packed with sodium, nitrates, and phosphates that overwork and poison kidneys. Sugary drinks, sodas, energy drinks, even fruit juices loaded with added sugar push the body toward diabetes and obesity, both direct threats to kidneys. Excessive red meat. While protein is necessary, too much, especially from animal sources, creates nitrogen waste, increasing kidney workload. Artificial additives, colorings, preservatives, flavor enhancers like MSG. These may be tolerated in small doses, but in constant exposure, the kidney becomes the dumping ground. The allies of kidney health. But it is not only about avoiding harm. The kidneys can be supported, nourished, even rejuvenated by the right foods. Water, the simplest, most underrated ally. Not in extremes, but steady, clean hydration keeps kidneys flushing toxins, preventing stones. Fruits rich in antioxidants, berries, apples, grape. Studies show they reduce oxidative stress in kidney tissues. Vegetables low in potassium for those already weak. Cabbage, cauliflower, cucumbers gentle on kidneys, yet rich in vitamins. Healthy fats, olive oil, omega-3 from fish, flax seeds reduce inflammation and support blood vessels feeding the kidneys. Herbs and spices, turmeric, ginger, parsley anti-inflammatory, diuretic, protective. The mystery of protein. One of the most debated questions in kidney health is protein. Fitness culture screams for high-protein diets, yet nephrology warns against overload. Where is the truth? The secret is balance. For healthy kidneys, moderate protein supports repair and immunity. But for weak kidneys, too much protein floods the system with urea and creatinine, toxins the kidneys must excrete. The weakened organ collapses under the weight. Thus, the answer is not universal. It depends on the individual's kidney strength, age, activity, and goals. In weak kidneys, plant proteins, beans, lentils, tofu are often gentler than large slabs of steak. The wise path is moderation guided by testing, not blind trends. The unseen power of micronutrients. People obsess over macronutrients, carbs, fats, protein, yet forget the tiny sparks that keep kidneys alive. Micronutrients. Magnesium prevents stones. Vitamin D supports calcium balance and bone health. Iron maintains red blood cells, often depleted when kidneys fail to make enough erythropoietin. B vitamins protect nerves and energy metabolism. Deficiency in these is silent but deadly, and modern processed diets strip them away. Returning to whole foods, nuts, seeds, leafy greens, sunlight, fish rebuilds the invisible scaffolding of kidney health. A pause in the journey. At this point, you may feel the picture forming. The kidneys, once mysterious, now reveal themselves as guardians constantly negotiating with what we eat, drink, and breathe. But this is only the beginning, for food is only one side of the coin. The other is how we move, rest, and live. For the kidneys do not exist in isolation, they are part of a symphony. Blood pressure, muscles, heart, brain, hormones all play into their fate. The second half of this journey will take us into the realm of movement as medicine, the strange ways in which exercise either heals or harms, and the ancient rituals from yoga postures to breathing techniques that secretly strengthen the kidneys. We will also explore the clash and harmony between modern nephrology and traditional wisdom, unearthing how East and West converge on the same truth. But before we step there, pause for a moment. Feel your own body. Think of how many cups of water you drank today. Recall the salt in your lunch, the pills you may have swallowed casually, the stress you carry in your chest. These are not trivial, they are the daily choices that carve the destiny of your kidneys.